Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Face shave time, Swedish Sunday. I've just done my head shave with Grön Lycka and I'm moving on to my number one soap of 2019 and my number one soap of all time so far, and that is the Swedish Witch shaving soap. Vegetal based shaving soap. There's very many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 ingredients. That includes the fragrance, which is all essential oil based. This one is rosemary spice. It does have a nice spicy sort of herbal note to it, almost Old Spicy as well, but it's not quite Old Spice. I'm not a fan of Old Spice, so the fact that I still enjoy the scent tells you that it's not too Old Spicy. The brush for today, thankfully, has moved back round to my second favourite natural hair brush, and that is my Shave Mac. Now this one is a 26mm unique silver tip knot. I'll just show you that knot absolutely soaking wet. So it doesn't gel anywhere near as much as my rhodium knot, but it's very, very nice. Got a lovely face feel. It's a good size knot. So you go, there's a tub of soap. Now this has been battered, this soap. I've used this a lot since I got it from Johan, the shaving butcher on YouTube. If you haven't checked his channel out, check him out. Starts off with a dad joke every shave, and I think it's just a bald guy thing. I got on well with bald guys. We seem to have this connection. But he's a really nice bloke. I'm still not 100% sure what he does for work, but I know he travels to Canada quite a lot. He travels to a lot of Scandinavian countries as well, I believe. I'm not sure whether he goes anywhere else, but I'm assuming it's a reasonable sized company, and he obviously has a reasonably important job to be doing that sort of stuff. So here we go. I'm loading up beautifully. I did soak the soap. If you want to call it blooming, it is soaking. I'm not doing it for the scent, I'm doing it for the performance of the soap. So I'm soaking the soap to soften the top layer so that I can get that very quickly. I'm just going to scoop everything out if I can. So there is my load in the brush. I'm just going to scoop out the excess. I'm going to wet my face with this. I've been having some real good luck of late with my shaves and not getting any ingrown hairs. I did have one very small one recently, which I managed to just touch with my needlepoint tweezers, which are a must for any man, any self-respecting man that wants to get rid of ingrowns quickly. They are an absolute must. I find as soon as I see it, I can see it straight away. Pretty much after the shave, I can see that I've got an ingrown coming. I can sort it out almost instantly with the needle nose tweezers. Just going straight into a lather here because it feels like I've got enough moisture in the knot. Feels amazing. So, I've got no water in my sink anyway. I really feel this knot scrubbing away, doing its job. I've been in touch with Sarah Lundstrom, who makes Swedish Witch, the artisan out of Sweden. She's not a million miles away from opening her online store, so I will keep you posted. When it does open, I will bring back the Swedish Witch shaving soap. I will announce it for those that don't find out for whatever reason. But look at that. It's not a super heavy, dense lather. It's not a voluminous lather today. Now, I can make this voluminous, no problem. Just adding more water, but this feels absolutely stunning. It feels so nice on your skin. You can see how thick that is. It's absolutely stunning, and you can quite clearly see, I hope, why it made number one for me just based on looking at it, never mind anything else. Right, the razor of choice, once again, the Feather Artist Club stainless steel Chevette. I've used this pretty much exclusively for my first pass for the last probably 8 weeks, 6 or 8 weeks, ever since I got my cast off really, and I absolutely love it. And thanks again, Craig Stanley sent me this and just gifted it to me. What a nice bloke, because these are pretty expensive. These, he got a good deal on two and sent me one. I don't know why he sent me this one and kept the other one, because this feels so much like a straight razor, and she is very similar as well. Wonderful. And the more you use it, the better you become, there's no doubt about it. Just leave that bit down there for the coming back up. And you can see there, someone asked me why I thought it wasn't hydrated before. You can see there's a little bit of soap still stuck there. Now I'm just flicking it some warm water here, some hot water, and it's not getting rid of it all. So it would say to me that the lather is just a little bit underhydrated. It's not major, but it's just a little bit underhydrated. Oh, just got myself. Yeah. Oh well, can't be perfect, you know. That'd be boring. So slick, this soap. Right, first pass done. Just rinse off this razor. Right, it's not bad. 2 little weepers there. I felt them straight away. Felt it as soon as I nicked my lip. Oh, just you can see how thick that still is on my skin. Just from adding a little bit of water. I could easily do a pass with that. It's so slick, it's so protective. If I were to do that, then I've got over that. It's just amazing soap. So thick. Even tastes quite nice. Right, surprise, surprise, the carved Christopher Bradley razor, aluminium B-plate, Gillette Ruby. What else? Across the grain. I want to mention something as well. Open comb razors. The theory behind an open comb razor that seems to be going around is people say that they allow the lather to pass through and leave lather behind on your face so that you can do something. For me, in my mind, that doesn't make any sense because the blade should scrape all the lather away. When I take a clean stroke with this razor, like this, you can see where there's still some lather about there. Obviously that's around my chin. But over here, it's all gone. Now open comb and not, the blade is completely flat in terms of its edge. It will take all the soap off. It's not going to leave any soap behind. The whole idea behind an open comb for me is because you've got those slots all the way along the blade, all the way along the base plate, is it allows your skin to sink into the base plate, allowing the blade to cut closer to the skin. And that's the theory behind an open comb. So if you're buying it based solely on the fact that you believe that it's going to allow more lather to pass through, it doesn't work like that. It can't work like that. Doesn't matter what base plate I've got in this, when I pull a stroke like that and I know the blade's cutting and I can feel the blade, well, I can't really feel the blade in this razor, it takes all the lather away. It will not leave lather behind. The blade will take it all away. The residual slickness or the small amount of soap or residue that's left over is different. That's like what sort of squeezes just underneath the blade onto your skin. I don't know how it works. I just don't want people buying open comb razors believing that they're going to give them more use of the lather, because it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. I know from experience now, and from really looking at the design of an open comb razor. It is built to allow more blade feel on the skin and get the skin closer to the blade. It stops the safety bar from protecting you as much. That's why generally when I use a open comb razor, I normally end up with weepers, because the skin pops through. I might have a little raised bit here or something and it just pops into the gap, gets closer to the blade, and then the blade nicks the skin. So that's why I'm happy with a DE with a solid bar. Stunning, absolutely stunning. And the soap is honestly unbelievable. I've got menthol drops here from Sterling that I was going to put in and I forgot. So it was going to be mentholated Swedish witch, but I screwed up. And I can't say I'm really that bothered. Right, on the way. going against the grain nearly everywhere, eh? To be fair, it is the razor and blade combo that's allowing me to do that, along with this phenomenal soap. And look how thick that is. It's just exceptional. That for me is almost as close as I can get with the shave. I don't know whether you can hear that squeaking over there. You probably can't. But there's so much moisture and protection left over that your skin squeaks when you put a towel over it. I'm just going to rinse out the brush now. The great thing I do like about these smaller brushes, the 26mm and 24mm, a lot easier to clean, a lot less water used. My 28mm rhodium nut does take a fair bit of water and a fair bit of effort to clean it. This one, not so much. So I've got a couple of little weepers just around my lips, but other than that, so you can hear that. It tells me there's still soap in there. And then more so with a natural hairbrush than a synthetic. You've got to get that soap out. It's really important. I've never really had any issues, but from what I've read and what I've been told and what I've heard from people that have been in this industry for a long time, you've got to try and get that soap out, otherwise your knots won't last. They'll just fall apart. They'll do a Simpson. Beautiful. There's literally no noise now. One thing I love about this, look at the shape of that bulb. It just looks amazing. When I put it next to all my other brushes in the den, it's definitely the nicest looking knot I think out of all of them. Oh, post shave, incredible. As is the post shave from Growing Liquor. But I'm not going to finish there. I'm going to finish off now with a cracking post shave splash, which is Deja Vu. Now this is available from Home Like Shaving in Russia. I was sent this along with another little sample with the start razor, and it's absolutely lovely. It's five splashes for the hair. My wife actually really enjoys the scent on this, which is surprising. It's got alcohol in it, so it does have a little bit of a burn. This one's got menthol in it as well, so it smells incredible. With the menthol does actually add to the scent, I find. Whew. Stunning. And here comes the menthol straight away. Cracking hit of menthol. It's a very woodsy but sweet, almost cologne type scent from this splash. It's really, really nice. But while that is settling, I've got a little weeper there. I think that's about it really, apart from the two where I nicked myself. The Swedish Witch shaving soap, rosemary spice. I've got another Swedish Witch on the way. I was speaking with Sarah, she sent me another one over. I believe this next one is her wool fat variant. Mitchell's wool fat does have lanolin, I believe, so it's not a vegan, it's a vegetal, but it's not vegan. I would probably say it's classed as vegetarian, if you want to go along those daft lines. But it's obviously not vegetal based because it's got a sheep byproduct in it from the wool. It's got lanolin in it, I believe, and a couple of other bits. If it's got tallow in it, then it's obviously not anything. But that was the shaving soap. What's next? What's next? I'm losing my chain of thought here. The Shave Mac 26mm unique silver tip. It is a beautiful brush. The colours in the handle are absolutely stunning. And I got this, in my opinion, I got this on an absolute bargain from Tom Story over in the UK. If you don't know Tom, Tom's an awesome bloke. He actually works for Sky, does a lot of stuff for Sky Sports with the football, running all the channel for the football, all the scores and things that pop up on the screen, all the stats and facts and players and animations and everything. Really nice guy. And thankfully he sent me that brush and it didn't shed. The Feather Artist Club stainless steel chevette. The blades just seem to go on and on and on, and that's still buttery smooth. I know I'm only using it for one pass essentially, but it's still super smooth. And then this thing just is incredible. The Carr Christopher Bradley razor in aluminium with the B plate, 0.73 blade gap. A Gillette Ruby blade with about 6 or 7 uses on it now, and it still feels buttery smooth. Managed to go against the grain on my cheeks and round the corners everywhere. I've got no, got a bit of a dark spot there, I don't know what that is. Oh. Yeah, I'm blown away by that. That's amazing. Post shave feel with the splash is incredible as well. And just while we're at it, Deja Vu. I love the little wolf symbol as well. I'm a big fan of wolves. But it's a really good splash. It's very, very similar and along the lines of Moyle Grooming, that sort of thing. This got a beautiful scent. In fact, if anything, I would probably say I prefer that scent over the 4 or the 5 scents that I've got from Moyle Grooming so far. That's a really nice scent. I've done well with that, and I think a lot of people like it because it's got a lot of things going on. And other than that, I've got nothing else to say. So stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.